we welcome to the program. It's Karl Miller Realty. Hi, Karl. It's great to see you.
Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
You know, we have lots of secrets today. We've been
we
told
have to
some
be good
information,
now.
so we're sorry, Karl. We can't share with you.
Well, we got secrets too. You know?
Oh yeah, Karl has secrets
Yeah.
too that he can't reveal. So, how's everything in the Karl Miller world?
Yeah, we're grateful. You know, thanks to the good folks of Lynchburg who continue to refer our business. We're able to serve a lot of homeowners and home purchasers this year, and we're continue to help the American dream become a reality. I like to say we're here to help people get where they want to go, and really it's moving people from one place to another in a way that's seamless and that meets, emotional needs outside of the transaction, because it's a little challenging. The process of buying and selling homes has challenges today, but it's overall the real estate market's healthy, and Lynchburg, Virginia remains a good place to invest and purchase real estate.
You know, you have to be kind of a cheerleader for the area, don't you? Do you have people who come in and they're considering moving to Lynchburg, but there are other places too on their radar,
Yeah.
and you have to try to advocate for the area as a great place to live?
For the region, yeah, for sure. And one of the common threads, and this is just across the board, and I've been helping home buyers for the last 21 years, move to Lynchburg. And one of the things that I hear over and over and over again from people relocating in from other states is just the people of this area make this area great, and the friendly nature of people, the fact that it's a good culture, it's a good vibe, and I think the people who don't recognize that or understand that have grown up maybe in Lynchburg and don't get out much, and I'll just leave it at that. But I mean, if you try, and again, I travel quite a bit. I go to many states, I go to many different places in the world, and every time I come back to Lynchburg, it's just we are very fortunate here. We have a thriving economy. We've got good schools. We've got a major private university that adds a ton of economic value to this area. And we have just a lot of good stuff going on. We have a great medical organization. I know there's challenges and problems with every single organization, but overall, this region, if you just look at the geography where we are, our insurance rates are much lower than many parts of the country, just based on the fact that we're inland far enough to not be too affected by hurricanes. We're sheltered by the mountains just to the west of us, where we don't have to stress about the tornadoes that rip across the Midwest. We don't have to worry about major hailstorms a lot of times. Again, friends in Colorado just got pounded with hail, just south of Colorado Springs in Pueblo area just a few days ago. I mean, major. All the cars that were outside just got destroyed. So things like that, we don't have to stress here in South Central Virginia. So because of that, our insurance rates are lower. So I could go on and on and on. There's just so much right about South Central Virginia, but the people and the culture that's here is really what makes this area great.
Would it be fair to say that most people move here because they want to live near me?
I think that's probably not too far-fetched, Brian. I mean, you've got a great local radio show that hosts in the morning that, wins awards every year. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's fun. But, and people talk about traffic, but golly, just drive 3 hours north right now. Just be in, go Haymarket, Virginia, even north of Culpeper, and just start driving towards D.C. and yeah, you come back to Lynchburg, it's like, man, we have nothing to complain about here. So
you mentioned Culpeper, and I mean, Culpeper is becoming a DC exurb.
It is.
At this point. There are plenty of people who make that drive every day. Yeah. It's incredible.
And guess what? Route 29 is still 2 lanes for a long ways north of Culpeper. So those are just, you're right, Mary, and I can talk about this quite a bit, but for the housing market standpoint, and I actually we do the market updates, the 60-second spots that run here occasionally on the station, and I just was doing the deep dive into the research, and what we have right now in the market is there's more homes for sale right now in Lynchburg than we've had all year. There's right at 600 single-family homes in Lynchburg and 3 touching counties, and looking at the sold data, the national median sales price of a home right now is. It depends if you include the new construction or not, but a general consensus is it's around $418,000, $420,000. That's the median single-family home price in the United States. And year-to-date in Lynchburg, we're at $415,000. I'm sorry, $315,000, not $415,000, $315,000. So we're 25%, give or take, less than the median sales price in the U.S. And our market, we've been in high interest rates. Ever since 2021, we've been in or 2022, after the interest rates doubled that summer, we've been in a market that continues to appreciate more rapidly than the U.S. national market. And we're just outpacing the appreciation. And I think that trend will continue over the next 10 years just because we're in a global economy and our market, things are flatlining all across the globe, and especially in the United States for housing prices. So if you're a homeowner in Lynchburg right now, just rest assured your home is gaining value. Even year over year, it's up about 1.5 points year over year, just the same time period from January to May, even in a market and an economy that's really flat. Like housing is a great place to, put your money and invest in a home and invest in real estate.
You mentioned interest rates now, and we're seeing inflation move up in the last couple of reports, and probably is not going to have the Fed dropping interest rates. So we think they're going to stay more or less where they are, maybe even go up a little bit. What do you think?
Man, I just gave up on even predicting what's going on. I mean, I listen to a lot of experts, and the tell for me was last November, the National Association of Realtors for every year, they're fairly confident in the numbers they put out, but they've just missed it for the last 3 or 4 years. And things outside their control. So Lawrence Yun, who I respect highly as a chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, said, hey, we're expecting 5.8 to 6.2 for the year of 2026. Now, that's a pretty big hedge of bets because normally they give you a precise number. But 5.8 to 6.2 is what, he was saying we're going to be for 2026. And we were trending the right way. And then February, a war breaks out in Iran, and it just sent the market sideways. And now the people are blaming, hey, until gas prices get fixed, the housing market's going to be challenging. But that should not, here's what I know. I can't control what happens in Washington, D.C. with policy. I can't control what happens in Richmond with new laws being signed. And we talked about the ADUs laws that just got signed to go into effect for Virginia a few weeks ago. I can't control, what happens, just outside of my thoughts and my actions, right? And I just know this, if I want to be a homeowner or if I want to move to another home, like it shouldn't matter. I shouldn't put my life on hold because the Strait of Hormuz is having issues, and so I just think that if I can afford a home and I've got the income to provide for my family and my home is too small, then I need to take care of my family and not stress too much about what's going on outside of my control.
What's trending in houses right now? What's a feature that people are looking for or something that people are looking for?
Well, so large new construction, it's comfortable large master suites, big closets, big bathrooms, open space, lots of room. That's what people want in the master suites. Kitchens are, I will say this, the trend has been open, light, bright, large islands and countertops, but all that stuff comes at a price, right? So to get that luxury feel, 9-foot ceilings have been in place for a long time. Even for the starter homes, the homes that are in the $300,000 range, most builders are putting in 9-foot ceilings as opposed to the 8-foot ceilings. It runs the gamut. It's colors kind of continue to evolve a little bit. Gold is kind of coming back in. The brass colors are coming back in, contrasted with usually with other colors in the kitchen cabinets and fixtures, but that's been working its way back, trending in the last few years. And I see a lot of stuff, but but I will say this: what is trending? What is a fact? Whether it's a resale home or new construction home, buyers like move-in ready. Buyers want to just move into a house, and the days of a seller being able to get away with, hey, I'll just let the buyer take care of painting the house or replacing these old carpets. That being the expectation or the norm, those are gone. Like if you're going to sell your house and there's old carpets or there's wallpaper that's very dated or paint, or maybe you've got 1950s countertops, here's what I can tell you. Your house will sell, but you will take a haircut on the price because buyers see those things and they want to make it theirs. And let's say the price is, I'm throwing out numbers, $15,000 to make that improvement. In a buyer's mind, it'll be $30,000. It just know as a seller, you're going to take a haircut, and sometimes it's worth just spending a little extra money on the front end. And I say a little, sometimes it's 5 digits, but by doing so, you'll get a good return on investment on the resale.
So people don't want Formica and tin countertops now?
It's It's not been trending for a while, no. But
So
that being said, there is this retro thing going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
so.
I've seen some of those '50s kitchens where it's
Yeah.
or the house where everything is like the seafoam kind of color and stuff like that.
The 50s kitchens, especially if you've got the original
old
appliances.
refrigerators
Yes,
and stuff?
all the refrigerators. I tell you, some of those things are still running. By the way, I
Oh,
was in
my
a house.
mom has one of those.
Oh my
That's
gosh, I
amazing.
was in a house. Yeah, there's like a Frigidaire, and it had the olive green, color. But that thing, my goodness, it was still running, and it was. Had that upright handle you had to yank down to open the door. Yeah.
So now you mentioned carpets. There is bright orange, red shag carpet back in style yet?
Not yet. No. Yeah,
that's
probably
too
wait.
bad, 'cause
Probably wait
we
another.
had that when I was a kid. And I loved it.
Have to wait another probably 15, 20 years. It'll come
Probably
back.
so.
Yeah, it's like those what they call flare bottom jeans. I'm not a
Not a
stylist.
bell
I'm not
bottom
trying-
kind of guy.
Yeah.
What's coming up on the Karl Miller Show?
Yeah, so this week we're running some stats, we're running some data. We are also talking about, oh my goodness, what are we talking about this week? I'm gonna get Biscuit to help me here. He is drastically
He's
running.
going to get the outline for the show.
Oh
here.
my gosh! Yeah, let's see. It's sorry, I had it just a few minutes ago. We are I know. We are talking about. Oh, it's summertime coming up. We're talking about energy saving tips for your
Nice.
house. Oh, and this is kind of fun. We're talking about finished basements. Like, does that add value to your home? And then we're talking about the different types of improvements you can do to a basement that would give you a return. And I'll just say right now, the biggest one for Greater Lynchburg is if you have if you got an opportunity to create a rental space in your basement, add a kitchenette, add a bedroom. I mean, this is a college town. Lynchburg is a very high demand for short-term rentals, long-term renters, tenants, that are students. And, if you want to get some supplemental income, and we talked about shared spaces a few weeks ago on the show where that is a big trend, like multi-generational living opportunities. 17% of buyers are trying to find homes or are buying homes that have that option for multi-generational living.
You have a listing?
Yes, I can talk about a listing.
Okay.
You put me on the spot here this
Oh,
morning,
sorry,
but no,
sorry.
you're good. No, we got tons. I'm just trying to think which one I want to talk about. Well, we just listed a cool little double wide right off of Suburban Road, about 5 minutes from Liberty University. It's been renovated. It's listed for $229,000, and it's a good little house, good starter home. It's got a lot right about it, and it's a good location. Just Campbell County, low taxes, but just 5 minutes to Liberty University off of the backside of the mountain there.
Karl Miller, your show is tomorrow at 10 o'clock right here on WLNI, the Karl Miller Show.
Yeah.
Your website is karlmillerrealty.com. That's Karl with a K, where folks can see more featured listings and
Yes.
take a look at your experienced team of caring, competent, trusted
They're
advisors.
good. They're good.
They
My
are
team makes
good.
me look good every day.
Yes. And then you guys are so involved in the community. Any
Yeah.
events coming up that...
Freedom 424 Gala's coming up this fall.
Yep.
We've got trying to think we do have some stuff coming up to be determined. We just kind of get a little bit of a curveball thrown for an event we had planned in the winter. We're partnering with some other nonprofits, and we are going to make something happen this fall.
Well, thanks
Stay
for
tuned.
everything you do for the community, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we look forward to hearing your show this weekend.
You got it. Thank
We'll
you, Mary.
talk to you soon,
Thanks,
Karl.
Brian.
Thanks.
Yep.